I just wrote one of my core scenes. Just finished my dinner and I finished my book, and honestly, hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Cassidy. I am an aspiring author and I'm currently working on a second chance romance with an element of mystery and suspense. And I refer to that project as Project Miles. In today's video, I kind of just wanted to take you guys along on an evening with me while I try to balance writing and having a job and doing other things outside of writing. I thought we could just have a chill evening together. I really don't have any real plans, but I do have things I want to get done tonight. And obviously writing is one of them. If you have seen my last few videos, I am making it a goal for myself this year to dedicate at least 2 days after work to writing, where I know I will be writing after work. It doesn't have to be writing all evening. Making sure that I carve out some time to write that day is the goal. And today's Wednesday, one of my writing days for the week. And I actually already wrote some this morning, which I'm so happy I did. I took like 40 minutes this morning to just write because I'd finished writing a chapter the other day and I don't know what I was on when I was writing it, but it was not good. It was one of those chapters that were just like, girl, what are you doing? Like, this is clearly a filler chapter. This chapter has no meaning to the story. Why is it even here? So I scrapped that chapter. I didn't erase all of it because a lot of it was internal dialogue from my main character Ella, and I thought it was really good dialogue, but the scene that was happening in the chapter just, it wasn't good. It was giving boring and I was just not happy with it. I left out a lot of key details that would have been really good in that chapter. So this morning I rewrote it because it has kind of been weighing on me the past few days and I haven't been able to actually sit down to write. But this morning I took those 40 minutes and I just rearranged the chapter and added more words to it from what I erased. And this morning I actually wrote 638 words, so I am feeling good already. And I'm so happy with the changes I made for that chapter. The structure of it just makes more sense in terms of my book's timeline. I'm just really satisfied with it. And now I want to sit down and do a little bit more writing after work. It is currently around 5 o'clock. I just logged off, so I want to do some writing before I kind of tap out for the night, because I know if I take a break and then go to writing, my brain is not going to really be feeling it and I'm probably going to get distracted and not write. So I am going to do a little bit of writing. I'm currently in the middle of a chapter in Miles' point of view that I've been very excited to get back into. And if you don't know, I know I already mentioned that I'm writing a second chance romance with an element of mystery and suspense, but my book is a linear timeline. So instead of dual timeline where I go between the past and the present like most books do, I'm actually just going to be telling it in chronological order. I go back and forth if I want to do linear timeline versus dual timeline, but I think right now as I'm writing it, the linear timeline just feels right to me. And I'm currently in Act 2, where Act 1 was where my two main characters, Ella and Miles, that is where they met. We see how they fall for each other, what they go through, and what ultimately tears them apart. And then now I'm in Act 2 and I'm getting very close to the reunion of Ella and Miles because they haven't seen each other in 10 years, or about 10 years. I think it's like 11 years, but I'm getting really close to that moment and I'm really excited about it. And I've really been enjoying writing Miles and Ella as older characters because in the first act they were only 16 and 17 and now they are closer to their 30s. So it's easier for me to write in this act because I relate more closely to my characters. So I'm gonna do that now and I will check in with you after my writing sprint. Guys, I am actually screaming because I just wrote one of my core scenes that I have been waiting to write this entire project. It was one of the scenes that I thought of when I first came up with this project idea, and I'm just screaming internally and filled with so much excitement because the scene came out better than I ever imagined it would. I feel like with writing, you can imagine a scene a million times over in your head, and then when you finally sit down to write that scene, it happens the same way you thought it would, but different, if that makes sense. Like the setting is different, the conversations are different, like things are different, but it all goes back to that same idea you first had in the beginning. And I did not think I would get to this point today. Once I started writing, the words were just flowing and the scene and the moment felt right, so I just went for it. I know I said I was getting close to the reunion scene for Ella and Miles, and I'm very excited because I just got to the scene where Miles sees Ella for the first time, but she hasn't seen him yet, and it's in Miles' point of view, so writing the way he felt when he saw her again was so fun. And as I was writing and realized I was getting to that scene, I was furiously trying to find the perfect song to write to because I love to associate a song with a scene. The two songs that I was listening to kind of set the tone for this scene was Loss of My Life by Taylor Swift and End of Beginning by Joe, and it just felt perfect. Like it just added everything I needed it to add to writing this scene, and I'm so happy. I feel so content. I wrote 817 words in this sprint, which I didn't really time this sprint. I think I knew I wanted to do an hour, and I ended up doing probably a little over than an hour or a little under. But these 817 words paired with the 638 that I did this morning, that leads me to 1,455 words for the day, which is amazing, almost 1,500 words. I didn't think I would be writing that much today. So I'm really happy. And if you watched my 2026 reset, I set a monthly goal for January to write 5,000 words. It is a little bit on the shorter side, but that's because I will be away for most of the month. But this is my second writing day of the year, and I feel like I am already in a good place with that goal. This is my planner where I put all things writing into this. And then here I have my word count tracker for the month and also my chapter tracker for the month, because I also want to write 5 chapters this month. And last week, the first week of January, I wrote 1,691 words, and today I wrote 1,455 words, and I'll just add whatever else I write this week up to that number, and that will be my week 2 writing word count. But right now for the month, we are at 3,146 words, which might not seem like a lot, but for me it's a lot. I feel like I am a very slow writer, so I'm happy with that number. And like I said, one of my goals is also to write 5 chapters this month, and I wrote chapter 31 and I just finished chapter 32. So I'm gonna go ahead and write that down. And then that makes 2 of 5 chapters for the month, which is also a really good place to be in for my goals. So yay, I'm feeling very good, and I think this might be the only writing I am able to do tonight. It is currently about 6:15. And I've been building a bookshelf with my fiance. He is very handy and he has been showing me how to build things. And this whole week we have been working on that together. So that's been a fun project to do together. And basically all the pieces are together now. I filled any holes with putty and I sanded it, and now I think I'm getting close to being able to paint it. It's not a big bookshelf. I'll show it to you guys. It's just a small bookshelf that I can put in my office so I can have some books in here as well, because all of my books are out on the bookshelf in the living room, and I fear that bookshelf is starting to get a little full. I just have too many books, and I haven't been buying books because I don't know where to put them, but once I get this bookshelf, I'll have more space to buy books, which might be a bad thing because then I'll just be spending money on books. But I believe that buying books and reading books are 2 different hobbies. So yeah, I think I'm going to go work on the bookshelf for a little bit, and I'm not sure what my plans are for dinner tonight. You'll find out when I do. Maybe it'll just be ice cream. Who knows? But I'm gonna go put on some clothes that I don't mind getting paint on and go work on this bookshelf. So this is the bookshelf I'm building. As you can see, it's not extremely fancy and it's not really that big either, but I'm really proud of how it's coming out. And I wanted to give it some character, so I did this little, like, I don't know really how to call it, but like these little swivels on top, just so it's not like basic IKEA furniture. It has like a little personality to it. And this was really hard to do. I'm very grateful. Like I said, my fiance is very handy, so he kind of taught me how to do all of this. I could not have done these cuts without him. But I really like the way it's coming out. And now I'm just using a damp rag to clean it and get all the dust particles off of it from when I sanded it. And I have a feeling that's gonna take a lot longer than I thought it would, but that's okay. Hopefully tonight I'm able to start painting it, because I'm super excited to see how this is going to look in the office. I'm gonna paint it green, and I definitely will show you guys the finished project at some point. I don't know if it'll be in this video that I'll finish it, but at some point. And then I'm also going to add this crown molding just to give it more personality. I really like this one, how it has the leaves. I think that will look really pretty with the green color that I'm going for. Right now it's 6:45, so I'm going to get back to washing all these dust particles off, and I'll chat with you after. It's dinner time. I made myself a grilled cheese and some tomato soup, and now I'm gonna take a break from painting my bookshelf. I'm really loving how it's coming out so far. I think it's gonna look adorable in here. I cannot wait. But while I eat this at my desk, I'm going to do a little bit of reading. I'm currently reading The Last Trip by Kirsten Modglin, and I'm on chapter 29, which is 79% in. And I only have 42 minutes left in the book, so hopefully I can finish this. Oh, actually it just updated. I'm on chapter 30 and have 34 minutes left in the book. So hopefully I can finish this tonight. I don't know though. My focus is really on just painting after I'm done eating. I would really, really love to get close to finishing at least the first coat. I don't know, maybe those are big dreams because it is already 8:30 and I have work tomorrow, so we shall see. But I'm gonna eat this and I'm gonna do some reading. Okay, I just finished my dinner and I finished my book, and honestly, I'm left feeling a little confused and unsatisfied with it. It was a thriller book, which I feel like most thriller books do leave you confused, but I don't think I really enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna give it 3 stars because it was entertaining and fast-paced, and it kept me turning the page enough to want to know what's gonna happen next, but by the end I was like, wait, this is how it ends? So I was kind of disappointed, but whatever. One of my goals for the year is to read more thrillers and suspense type books because Project Miles does have that mystery element to it, so I kind of just want to get more experience reading those books because I predominantly read romance and sometimes I will read a thriller, but this year I want to read more thrillers. So 1 down and plenty to go, and that was actually the first book I finished this year. But I do think I'm going to end this video here because it is about to be 9 o'clock and I'm just going to do some more painting and then probably just go to bed. But I do think this was a very productive day. I'm very, very happy with how much I was able to write, and the point in the book that I'm at right now is so exciting. I can't wait to write, hopefully tomorrow. My next writing day is Saturday. And when I say writing day, that just means a day where I know I will have time to dedicate to writing, even if it's just an hour. But like obviously the other days, if I have time, I'm also going to be writing. So hopefully some point before Saturday I am able to write, but if not, I'm just so excited to get back into it on Saturday. I'm feeling very good. This year is starting off on the right foot. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for spending my evening with me. Hopefully it wasn't too short, but I personally think it was a very productive evening, and now I'm gonna go work on my bookshelf a little bit more. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. I really appreciate you for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hi friends, it's Cassidy from the future. It has been like 3 or 4 days since I filmed this vlog, and since then I have finished the bookshelf and it's currently in my office right now. It's not fully decorated and it's not in its final form in terms of like decoration and the books I want to put on it, but I do want to show you it because I know if I was watching this video I would be curious to see what the final product looks like. And it's really dark in here right now because it's dark outside. So I apologize, you might not be able to see the paint as well as you would if it were light out. Okay, so this is the bookshelf. As you can see, I painted her green and then we put that crown molding on top just to add some character, and I did keep the top of it the wooden color. I just stained the wood and I think it came out really, really cute. I'm obsessed with it. I love it so much. This is currently what it looks like in my office. I used to have a chair over there and I got rid of the chair and just put the bookshelf there because I was running out of room on my actual bookshelf, so I needed a second one, and now this gives me excuses to buy more books. I will say though, eventually I do want to just redo my office entirely, and I feel like this is the first step to redoing my office, but I had a lot of fun building this. I love books so much, so getting to rearrange my bookshelf in the living room was really fun because I got to put all my favorite books on display and all my bookish merch, and then getting to bring over all my books to this bookshelf is really fun too because I had a lot of books that I loved that I wasn't able to display because my bookshelf was packed, and I had a lot of books in drawers, so it just makes me happy to put them on a shelf somewhere. And last year for my birthday, I got special editions of A Court of Thorns and Roses, so currently those are on my bookshelf in the living room, and I moved the originals to my bookshelf in the office. And when I got the special editions, they came in this really cute box, and since I got them, the box has just been chilling on the floor in my office. I did not know where to put it, but now I have the perfect spot for it. And I'm probably going to move all these stuffed animals up here. They were all on the chair that I had in here, but now that the chair is gone, I'm gonna have to get rid of the stuffed animals, or well, not get rid of them. I'm probably gonna put them in a closet or something and put more books or decorative pieces up there. I am just really happy with it, and I love it, and it was so fun to build, and now getting to say that I built this is just awesome. So go build a bookshelf if you haven't. I say that like it's so easy, but anyways, that is the bookshelf reveal. I just wanted to show you guys that, and now I'm gonna say goodbye for real. Bye.